Hi, Pisces. Thanks for stopping by. This is Mary with Seer. This is your bi-weekly general reading for January 16th through the 30th, 2020. I hope you're well. I appreciate your likes, comments, subscriptions, and private readings and donations. I appreciate you so much. So this is a general 5-card reading. This is one that I just created. It's called Heads Up. So we are going to start with the current situation. I'm just going to get one more shuffle here. Maybe one extra one there. I want to flip it. And then do this. All right, so we have the King of Cups, King of Water, and that is beautiful because that's water, and you're water. Really? No. Anyway, so could be other water signs. It could be Scorpio or Cancer. Masculine energy. It doesn't have to be, but it can be somebody that is embodying the King of Cups energy. Doesn't have to be water either, but somebody embodying the energy of this is a powerful person, a powerful masculine energy. And this energy, this is somebody that loves deeply, but doesn't show how deep their love is, how deep their emotions are. Because, they have a kingdom to run after all. Hangnail. Anyway, they have a kingdom to run, and they need to make sure that they don't appear to be weak to the outside, to anybody. So they are very careful who they actually give their heart to, even though their emotions run deep. Okay. All right. So the next card is Seven of Fire, and this is this here is the past. And so when the Seven of Fire or Seven of Wands is reversed, to me this is unable to get through the obstacles. Unable to defend what's been going on. And, unable to rise above it, to get above it. So looking at maybe these are not my obstacles. Maybe these are not my issues. What am I defending? Or it could be no longer being defensive. But that's the same thing. Regardless of what you're defending or, defensive. No longer being defensive. And maybe somebody was in a place where their guard was down and they weren't defending themselves appropriately. So, hang on one second here. Sorry about that. I was waiting for my daughter to get home. Okay, so maybe somebody was vulnerable and they didn't protect themselves or defend themselves the way they should have. Maybe they didn't defend their place. Defend someone else. Interesting. Let's keep going. Okay, so this is the concern in the situation, what somebody's concerned about. Well, that would be the Five of Fire. So this is about what people are saying. This is about the chaos. So I think that, that kind of makes sense. So maybe somebody feels like they didn't defend. They didn't defend themselves or someone else during a time of chaos. Interesting. Five of Fire. That's chaos. That's competition. Interesting. And that's fire. Both of those are fire, so it could be a fire sign. It could just be a lot of these cards like this, unless it's a court card, I don't always tap into that it's a certain sign because it's the energy. Anybody can have that energy, Okay, so the next card, this is the advice. The World. So the World, when it's reversed, is this may not be over. So the advice is, I think we're asking if we want this pattern to be repeated, because when the World is upright, that means that it's a cycle's been successfully completed, but I'm not sure we're getting that with this reversed. Do you want it to end or don't you, kind of thing. So the advice is to decide if you're done, or if you're just going to sit back and hold somebody in your heart. Okay, this is the outcome. The outcome is Six of Air. This is leaving. This is leaving and moving to another place, leaving the past behind, leaving leaving the chaos, okay, and going to a better place. Leaving the chaos. Now, it could be a trip, but it kind of looks like that it's chaos. So this could have, this, because it's a general reading, it could be family or friends. It could be a relationship. But there's not really hearts here, and it is intended to be a general reading. So it feels like I don't know if you were in a group of people and maybe you couldn't defend what they were doing. Maybe they were doing things they shouldn't have been doing. Maybe they were saying people had their nose in your business. And everybody's business, it looks like, causing chaos. And if you, okay, so it looks like the only way to leave that behind was actually to leave that group, because otherwise you'll keep getting pulled back into it, right? Okay. All right. Interesting. It's almost like they know they can get you, though, Pisces. Like they know that they can, even as stoic and detached as you appear, it's like somebody knows you well enough to get you in every time or something like that. They know how to get to you. And so you kind of have to remove yourself so you can have it be over. Interesting. Okay, so now we're going to look at the angels and ancestors and see what kind of advice we have for you for the next 2 weeks. And of course, time is fluid. You know how that goes. So there's different parts. Sometimes these things take years to be in the making, and they're a snippet of time where you're at now, or what you're experiencing, or what you're thinking about, something like that. Okay, so we'll do a couple of these angels and ancestors. Yeah, I'm not really getting much else in here but that. But there's progress being made for you, Pisces. I don't know if you have a Cancer in there, but I just heard Cancer. Anyway, so shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. That's really great. As a shapeshifter, well, you are a mutable sign. Pisces mutable, so you can change anytime. You can change what you defend, what you believe in, who you are. You're mutable, and you have the two fish. So the two fish kind of reminds me of like a duality. Well, it is a duality. Well, we all have duality, but this. Let's get another card. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. Do those look kind of spiritual? Do they? Huh? Okay. So we have the shaman, trust in higher forces, and the shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. So I think you're leaving for a reason. You're separating for a reason. This is for you to find who you are and stop being in that groupthink, right? Stop being in the groupthink. And if there are people, family that you feel like you need to be around with, that you can always limit your time. You're very good at that kind of thing, because as a King of Cups, you hold the power to detach yourself when you need to, because you're very strong. You have your emotions in control, and that's valuable, very valuable. So, but it's easy for people that are good at that to beat us down and get us to do what they want. It just is, So, shapeshifter talks about embodying different kinds of animals to use their energies, like Like if you think about an eagle, who's on here? Yeah, like an eagle. Eagle is a bird's eye view. That's looking at things from, 10,000 feet, 5,000 feet. I don't know how high eagles go, so I'm probably butchering that. But, from a different perspective, a higher perspective, how is this serving? Well, maybe all this silliness is serving you to get you away so you can tap into your shaman, to the person that, well, you can have all kinds of hidden knowledge, and you probably know that. You probably always knew that, but you couldn't tell anybody, right? Because they would just gossip and stuff. And these are people that, not trying to be judgmental, but people that get in the group think are kind of just all bumping into the walls, because those of us who really kind of worked hard at knowing who we are, we don't really care to be in that. That makes sense? So if you're getting to the point where you don't want to be in that anymore, it could be that you're just growing out of those people. And so that's why you are being asked, now that you've got your emotions in check. Do you want this thing to keep repeating? You still want to go through this stuff with people where you have to defend yourself or you can't defend what they're doing? Or those are people we want to be around? And that is a good question, Pisces. Okay, so you have tapping into your inner knowledge, tapping into the higher forces, tapping into different animals that can help you with your gifts. And, a wolf can be a lone wolf, or they can be with family. Either one. See, they're adaptable. That's really important. And they're strong. But they're loyal to their family, do you see? They're loyal to what they believe in. And so all of those things in the shaman has that knowledge. And you came in with that knowledge, Pisces. And everybody has to know that, obviously. Because this is just how I feel, though. Being different is amazing. Because we really aren't all the same. And it's always felt awful to me when I tried to conform with what others thought I should be. Yuck. Just feels limiting and, like I'm trapped. So now we're going to get I hope that helped you. So now we're going to get a shaman card. And they have two sides, so I'm trying not to look at them. So I don't always shuffle the best, but I just kind of look through them and, say, hey, is this the one? Oh, is that it? Okay. Elk. This is North. This is masculine and the energy of fire. I am elk. I run the distance with stamina and strength. I think you got this last time. I have loped into your life today. If I have loped into your life today, I'm reminding you to pace yourself. This is about, you did get this, I'm sure. Are you taking proper care of your physical body and your spiritual needs? You can accomplish much from the strength and purpose deep in your heart, but not if you are unwell or burned out. My medicine for you is an indication that you need to reestablish your connection to your own feminine or masculine nature. Do you need to develop more gentleness or more power? Perhaps you are jealous or envious, or you are on the receiving ends of these energy-sapping emotions. The need here is to go within, find the piece of the puzzle that provides the answers to the riddle. Once found, release it, let it go, allowing unconditional love to flow freely in your experience. I am majesty and beauty. I am elk. So you have done quite a bit of work, and I'm really happy for you. That's amazing. I think this is the card of the Tower. It's 15. Hang on one second. Let me just double check. I'm really glad I checked. Sometimes when I look at the other decks and they're so different, I'm like, I have a hard time connecting the dots. I don't know why, but I'm glad I looked because this is the devil. This is the devil. So this is, although the mighty elk They're asking you to be healthy like the mighty elk. You have to release, not have to do anything, but the things that are making you unwell is the energy of the devil. Is the energy of lower vibrations, like what you don't have, or yeah, and that makes us kind of sick. You know, it's focusing on the lower vibrational stuff. So getting above it and getting into the spirit of the shapeshifter. Hey, I can be anything. Hey, you can be anything. You can do it now. Get above it. See the real picture. What's going on here? I can't get it. What's going on here? What's really going on here? That's a question. Okay, who's in charge? Is it my fear, my pain, or is it my higher self, my shaman? Okay. Love you, Pisces. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. Okay. Bye-bye.